Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Marvel Contest of Champions. And today we're giving the doc's top 10 champions of 2023. Not 2023 champs that came out, but all the top 10 champions on my list that I always go to for content. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right, I've got Aunt May up. Here's all the champions in the game. I really kind of thought about this hard and long to figure out what the top 10 champions were. Now, I've got some reasons that I used for this. So let's look at the reasons that I got here. So this is kind of how I graded these champs to figure out who I would put in. And they really have to kind of fit with all these reasonings for me to put them in the top 10. Not every champ that I mention is going to be the one that you would pick. I'm going to leave some out, and they might be your favorite champions. That doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that it's my top 10 that I go to, and it are the top champs that I have used to get me to where I am today. I'm a Paragon player. I'm in the top 6,000 of all the players in the game. I've been Paragon since almost day one. I'll probably have the next progression level very quickly. I've got over 27 stars. I've got over 20 rank 5 6 stars. So I've been playing this game since about late 2015. So about 2 years in. But these, anyway, I digress. Here are my reasoning, or the things that I used as writers to figure out who is in my top 10. And like I said, I thought about this a lot before I went in. I went through every one of these champs in here, looked at them. And this is top 10 regardless of their class, whether they're science or cosmic or whatever. These are the top 10 champs that I am putting forward. All right. So the first thing that I considered was story content. Is this champ going to be used pretty regularly or frequently in story content? That is it going to progress my title, so say from Uncollected to Cavalier to Thronebreaker to Paragon, if I have this champ, which means, and that translates into getting better rewards. So whether you're free to play or you're pay to play, it doesn't matter. If you have certain champs, they will help you progress through story content to get that better title, which will get you better rewards. It'll help you to get better rank up material. It'll help you to play harder content that get better rewards. You can't get better rewards unless you can beat harder content. And you can't beat harder content unless you get better rewards. It's kind of a chicken and egg thing, but it is there, and we have to look at that. So it doesn't matter whether you're free to play or pay to play. You know, if you're a Paragon player, you get a better daily crystal than a Thronebreaker. And they're pretty good. You will outgrow them. I've outgrown those crystals a long time ago, and I'm at the point where there are certain rewards that need to be, for my progression, need to be upgraded. But for beginning players, this is where the rubber meets the road. Also, for pay-to-play players, your progression title equals better rewards in the unit store where you actually spend money. So you get better offers as well. So there is that. So what champs are going to get you through that story content? What champs are going to get you through the acts? That is acts 1 through 8. So as a advanced Paragon player, I have done Act 8 so far 100%. And when 8.3 comes out, I will be doing that. What champs am I going to be using in 8.3 regularly? There are some champs I'm going to bring in that I'm not going, I'm going to use infrequently, but I'm going to have to use because of a certain node. But for the most part, there are certain champs that I'm going to bring in all the time. What champs am I going to use for side quests, like the current stuff that we've got going on right now? What champs am I going to use for event quest every month? And what champs am I going to use for special events? So we've seen special incursions, Karina's challenges, and then like the Summer of Pain or the Eternity of Pain type of painful events. That's what we call. Secondly, what champs am I going to regularly use in Battlegrounds, in addition to having value in story content? Thirdly, Alliance Quest. Again, what champs am I going to regularly use in Alliance Quest? And the reason I'm going down this way is that the rewards don't pay out as much. You get the best rewards out of story content, and then you get the next best rewards out of Battlegrounds, and then I like Alliance Quest because I like the ease with which it happens and the frequency with which those rewards drop. Fourthly is Alliance War. Remember, rewards for Alliance War really only drops the good rewards only drop about once a month. Incursions, the same thing. We only get those rewards once a month. And then finally, Arena. The rewards for Arena are units. So who's gonna get us through all this stuff? These are my reasoning. So here's my top 10. Finally, we're 6 minutes into the video, and here's my top 10. Top number 1, of course, is Hercules, and I've color-coded these by class too. So we've got Hercules. Hercules is also my top champ to ascend, and yes, I have a 6-star rank 5 Sig 200 ascended Hercules. Number 2, Mutant, Kitty Pryde. Number 3, Kingpin. I have used Kingpin for so much, especially when you're going up against champions, opponents that are going to put debuffs on you. You absolutely want Kingpin in there to thwart that. Cosmic Ghost Rider, obviously he's in here because he is one of the best, if not the best, damage dealers. Nimrod. Nimrod is good for non-mutant champs, but when it comes to taking out mutants, hands down the best champ in the game for taking down mutants. He is the only tech one that I have in the top 10. Number 6 is Scorpion. Great, awesome against Mystic champions. And for that part, just about everybody else too that can't purge debuffs. He is the debuff king. He is the sting king. He also has a metric that allows him to heal. A lot of these champions are very suicide friendly because I play suicide masteries. That's another reasoning that I put behind this too. Most of these champs are pretty suicide friendly. So Scorpion, and the reason I put Scorpion above Human Torch, and you'll see Human Torch is down at number 9, is because Scorpion he is suicide friendly, and he does have a healing metric that can be present. Number 7 is Black Widow Clairvoyant. I cannot count how many times I've gone to that champion, played with that champion to get through content because she's got a massive healing metric with her Plague of Blood. Hulkling is 8. Human Torch is number 9. Human Torch is my go-to when I go up against Mystics other than Scorpion. And number 10, of course, is Nick Fury. Got 2 lives, has great synergies, and just does tons and tons of bleed damage. Okay, I have some honorable mentions. So here are my honorable mentions. These are in no order at all. They're pretty much in an alphabetical order. So Immortal Abomination, I know I does not come before A, but it's Abomination. Immortal Abomination, Angela, Gallon, Red Magneto. Red Magneto is just so... I really struggled with not putting all of these guys into the top 10. But Red Magneto is a great one. Mole Man is... Even though a lot of people were very sour about the silent nerf that he got, Mole Man is still awesome. Omega Red. Yes, I have a rank 5 Sig 200 Omega Red. Omega Sentinel is another one, and it again is the only tech I've got on this list. And then lastly is Rintra, and check out my video. I just ranked 5 my Rintra, who is a Sig 200, awesome champ, can just deal out tons of damage. Gallon is another one that can deal out tons of damage. Angela has so much versatility. She has a heal metric, and she can deal out tons of damage, not with specials, but with basic attacks. So this is my top 10 and then top honorables. These 8 honorable mention champs could basically be in any order underneath Nick Fury. Often I will go to the honorable mentions too to do different things in story. A lot of this comes down to story content and the nodes on story content, side quests and acts and things like that, and how I get around those, because that's where the best rewards are. And when I say the best rewards, it's the best rewards because they happen the most frequently. You know, when we get really good rewards once a month, that's slow. It's not getting your progression level to move faster. We get side quest and event quest stuff every week. You still get, stuff out of that, and all the special events are still there too. So that stuff happens quite often. Battlegrounds happens a lot too. So these are the champions. The top 10 again: Hercules, Kitty Pryde, Kingpin, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Nimrod, Scorpion, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Hulkling, Human Torch, Nick Fury. Our honorable mentions, these are the champs that I go to all the time for all of the top 10 grading reasons that I gave. Most of them are suicide friendly because I play suicides. That is, if you don't know what that is, that's Double Edge and Liquid Courage on your masteries, which increases your damage quite a bit. Most of these champs in here will heal themselves with willpower turned on, like Hercules, Kingpin, Hulkling, Immortal Abomination, Angela, champs like that. They will begin to heal themselves after suicides are on. The rest of them all have some kind of healing metric, or they just do so much damage that they just run through their opponents before any substantial damage gets done to them. All right, that's what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.